make lemonade. Let's go to work.
That's the signal! Go, 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 go! Six! It's beautiful! Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude!
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
Top of the morning to you. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Nissan. Drive the newly redesigned 2026 Nissan Sentra SV for just $274 a month. A stylish sedan with impressive tech, comfort, and value that is at a price that is hard to beat. Start your buying journey at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comment section. And, of course, you can always call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on social media. Hello, Ross Peterson.
What's up, buddy? You got the top of the morning to you. You got a little Irish flair to you this morning. What's that about?
Yeah, I don't know. It popped in my head. I said, top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you, Chop. That's not Irish, though, is it? I can't do an Irish accent. My daughter, Greta, can do a really good Irish accent. I can't do an Irish accent.
I can't do any accents. They just sound racist and horrible.
Greta won't get up this early, but she could do an Irish and an Australian accent really, really well. I mean, to the point where she's like, they had me perform it at school. Like, people are just like, can you do the accent? And she can go really deep Southern. So, I mean, and that's going Southern pretty easy, right? You just go like that
one,
you know?
Yeah, that one's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe the closest I can get to without offending people is the Wisconsin accent.
Oh, don't you know, to get to some toast?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go up to Merritton County and a good wrestling team there.
You're going to get on the boat? You're going to get on the boat up there?
That's when I lived in Wisconsin. That was the hard part for me in northern Wisconsin is the TH sound. You know, they don't do that. Athens was Athens, and I lived in Marathon County, but it was Merritton County. I'm like, the TH has a sound, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like people from Fort Dodge try to act like there's no T. Have you ever heard that? You know that people from Fort Dodge call it Fort Dodge.
Now, I'm not going to go into the Madrid, the Nevada thing like that. That's different. That's just
like different pronunciations. When you're leaving out letters.
Yes.
Or adding letters. We've always talked about Washington.
I think a good one is like in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Norfolk. Well, I don't know how you get fuck out of FOLK. Or in Nebraska, it's Norfolk, but it's spelled NORFOLK. I go, where are we getting the North? I don't know how we're doing this.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I'm trying to think, is there any others in Iowa that are like Fort Dodge, where the people from the community go, no, that's not how we say it. I can't think of any others.
Where you just purposely leave out letters or add them, or
Sheraton, which looks like Chariton. It's CHA, but again, that's more like Nevada and Mandarin. It's just a different variation. But when you look at it, it looks like Chariton, like almost looks like Charlton.
I forgot about that because if you would have said, hey, spell Sheridan, Iowa, I would have been SH, you know.
Hotel. ERATON. Yeah. I'd never heard of Norfolk.
Norfolk, Nebraska?
Norfolk.
But it's Norfolk. That's the way I say it.
But in Virginia, it's Norfolk?
Well, you know, Driftless Island say, no, it's not Norfolk. You talk to people. I've heard Norfolk, Virginia.
Oh, he's saying they just leave out the R. I see. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I had to make a really, really hard call for today. I don't know if you saw. I don't know what it's supposed to do in Des Moines, but My neck of the woods supposed to rain, right?
I saw this on your Facebook page yesterday. I feel bad for you.
We've been planning this every summer. We do a concert series at MCL, and we throw 2 concerts a year.
Free.
Yep. And they're for everybody. All you have to do is bring a lawn chair, a blanket. You can bring your own drinks. That's because we don't want to get a liquor license. So it is just, you can bring your whatever you want. We have a food truck there. We got bouncy houses, and it's free. Free. And we're sitting there yesterday, and we're like, oh, it's going to rain. And like, we got to make a decision. And like, well, we could do it. But then we're like, if everybody thinks it's going to rain, they're already going, we're not coming.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, I'm bringing in a really big stage. It's not like we just put the band on the concrete and say, play. I bring in a massive stage. I said, if that stage sets up, we're on the hook for it. If I cancel it now, I can just say, hey, let's move that payment to the August concert. So about 3 o'clock, we're like, hey, it could not rain. I get that. But I said, people probably already know that the possibility is there. I said, let's just call it. So we called it, and it was probably the right thing to do. But Rod, people are saying, somebody goes, well, they're having an outdoor show in Council Bluffs at the Stir Concert Cove. I said, yeah. They're a multi-million-dollar casino that can deal with weather a lot better than I can. I'm bringing in a local cover band. They're bringing in some national act. People will sit out in the rain for a national act.
I've got a local band. They've got little feet.
Let's see who's at the Stir Concert Cove in Council Bluffs.
God, it's little feet doing Dixie Chicken. That'd be amazing. Alabama, the Oak Ridge Boys. Some female country music artist.
You were close with Little Feet.
What are they really?
Little Big Town.
It should have been on the list
with Timothy Wayne and Meg McGee. So there you go. You got Little right.
I did have Little right. Why do I know that name, Little Big Town? What's their big song?
Papa Roach is coming.
Hey, Papa Roach. I don't know what his song is either. I'm sure I know. I'm sure. Rev, who's Papa Roach? Tyler says Boondocks is the song from Little Big Town.
And Little White Church.
I don't know these.
If you heard them, you'd go, oh, I've heard that song. If you heard Boondocks, you would go, oh, I've heard that song.
J. Michael says On a Pontoon. I know that. On a pontoon. When they fired us back in 2020, here's my story of the show of the song Pontoon. We had that the guy that was the program director for WHO and was very excited that we'd all been fired. Nobody knows his name. Nobody. The guy who replaced Van Harden was the program director at WHO for like 9 years. Nobody knows the dude's name.
What is his name?
I know it. I'm not going to say it. He was excited that we had been fired. And he went in and remember, we were 24 hours. It was literally 27 hours from the time I was fired until I got a phone call that said, hey, we made a mistake. In that time, that guy had gone in and deleted all of the show material for me and Chris. All of our intros, all of our sweepers coming back, all of our liners, everything involved in our show was deleted in 24 hours. So when we came back to do the show for the first time, there was no opening. So Zamora just out of instinct played Pontoon to start the show. So we're like ready for our show to start, and all of a sudden it's I'm like, what the fuck is this? On a pontoon. Williams and I are looking at each other like, what's happening? And Zamora goes, dude, they deleted your opening. You guys don't have it.
You had been erased from the face of the earth.
And I know what it took to delete stuff from the system. There's stuff in the system from 1999. I can find Steve Dace interviewing Hayden Fry on the system, but I can't find my opening from 2 days ago. So every time I hear pontoon, it takes me back to that day.
In your life, was that 2020 day getting fired? That was like the wake-up call for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, big time, dude, big time. I try to make it a wake up call to as many people as I can. Like these cliches that we're told, man, you don't realize how true they are until they smack you in the face. Your corporation does not give a shit about you. I was the employee of the year. I did so much stuff there, and by the way, for decades I had people whispering in my ear, "Stop! Don't do this. What are you doing? You're doing too much. And they're never going to reward you for it." And I was convinced that wasn't the case. They're going to see that I'm a really good employee and that I'm willing to do it all for nothing. There's the door.
Usually when I did something, especially in the broadcast terms, I didn't do it for the company. I usually did it to help somebody out that I liked. It was never about the company, like, hey, I'm going to move up because they're going to know. But it's usually, hey, somebody else is struggling. Somebody else needs some help. So I'd lend a helping hand there. But, yeah, it was 2020.
That was a wake-up call. That was a
weird 24 hours.
Fuck. Well, I remember when you called and you were like, dude, they just fired Sean. Now, I remember because he was the first one. And we were like, what did he do? I don't know. He did something. Because 2 weeks ago, they told him, hey, we're getting ready to offer you a full-time position. They also did that. Hey, buddy, don't worry. Next time you see us, we're going to have a contract for you. And then they walked in the room 2 weeks later and said, by the way, you fired.
Yeah, because I think that, and then Heather called me right away. She was bawling her eyes out because she just got fired. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I saw iHeartRadio Des Moines. I go, I think I'm next. And that's what happened. It was weird. Really, really weird. Oh, man.
It was also weird when I got fired by myself, because I thought when that phone call came, I was like, oh man, they fired me and Travis. That's weird. And then I was like, did they fire Travis too? And he's like, well, I can't. There's other people involved is all I can say. I was like, oh, okay. Well, then it turned out to be Greg Chance. That was the other guy that got fired with me.
I'll never forget that day. That was my wake-up call. That's when this idea came to light. I mean, we'd kind of, but that's when I said, because there's a couple things that happened there. I was in Savannah, Georgia when it happened. Remember, we were on a college visit to SCAD at the time.
Yeah.
There was a hurricane, and you had called me, and I'm like, what are we talking about here? And then I got the phone call, and I forget who it was that told me. Because you're right, Chance got it the same day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it the same day? But
yep.
I'll never forget this. I go, why did you do this? And they're like, well, budget. I go, no, you've got this all wrong. I go, I'm just doing this because I enjoy it and I like doing it with Ross. I said, you fire the guy in Des Moines who's been there for 20 years, but keep a guy in Omaha who's never going to step foot in your building. I go, something doesn't add up here. And they're like, just make the most of it. I'm like, whatever. And then what was it? Almost 2 weeks later, they fired Justin. And that's when I was like,
a week. It was
a week later.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Reliving those memories. And now I'm happier than I've ever been doing this stuff, man.
Great.
Doing this stuff. We were supposed to have Mitch Widmeier on at 7 o'clock to talk about the Knicks game last night. Mitch let us know that he had an appointment come up with Hannah. Not going to be able to make the show this morning, which is kind of a bummer, but totally understand what he has to do because the Knicks last night, Ross, got game one win over the Spurs. I didn't think it was going to happen. It was third quarter. They're down 14. You're like, they're not going to do it. They were down 14
in the third. Wow.
14 in the third quarter.
Man, and then the game is tied with just minutes to play, Did the Knicks score the last? Did I see that they ended the game on an 11-0 run?
Wow. 11-0 run. 11-0 run.
Boy, Mitch was right. Mitch was right about some stuff. He was wrong about one thing. The one thing he was wrong about, I'll start with, was, remember, he said that he thought he thought the Knicks would win game one. He was right about that. One thing he was wrong about was he thought that the 3-point shooting of Josh Hart would be one of the difference makers. I don't think Hart hit a 3-pointer. I think he was 0 for 3.
He only had 3 points last night, but he led the team in assists and rebounds. I mean, he was what they say, his plus minus was plus 22 in 26 minutes of action.
Wow. And he went for 3.
Went for 3,
One
but
of
he
the field 0 for 3 from 3-point range.
But what do you have, 12, 13 rebounds?
15
rebounds, and how many assists? Because I think he led him in assists too.
Assists too, yeah. Who was it? Miles McBride had 4 assists off the bench. Cat had 4 assists.
Well,
Cat
Karl Anthony Towns defensively on Wemby yesterday was, I mean, Wemby had 26, but look at he was not good from the field. He was gassed throughout the whole game. I was watching ESPN this morning and Unsportsmanlike, and I heard a great line, because I don't want to take credit for it. I want to give credit where credit's due. I mean, I watch TV in the morning, and I heard a line, and they're like, dude, you're 7'5". Play like it. Don't play like you're 6'5". Play like you're 7'5". And that rung with me. I'm like, sometimes you have to do that. Play like you're 7'5".
I want to say he can't, because he can. But it's just different, man. Wemby's a different body. He's a lot more Kevin Durant than Shaquille O'Neal.
That's fair. 100%. I'd agree with that.
So I don't think it's fair to anticipate him. Like when Mitch, again, brilliant yesterday, said defensively on Wemby, they've got to throw a bunch of stuff at him, and Cat's going to play a big role in that. I wondered about Cat's athleticism to even stay in front of him. He did a great job last night. So I think it's probably unfair to ask Wemby to do that. It's never been the player he's been. And I mean that traditional post, because when you say you're 7'5", play like it, what I anticipate you mean is go stand by the basket, put your hand in the air. Let us get you the ball. You turn around. Or
use your size to advance. Because I think he took some shots last night. You're like, dude, be more efficient. You play to your strengths. Now, he's got a lot of strengths. And again, this is his 3rd year in the league. And Mitch talked about it yesterday. The Spurs might be a year or two ahead of schedule. They're going to win championships. I shouldn't say that in absolutes, because I know how you don't want absolutes.
It feels that way, doesn't it?
But you got to get this feeling like this team's going to be good for a long time. There's a nucleus there. But last night you kind of saw maybe they are a little. They're ahead of schedule in some ways, but not mature enough to be there yet. Now, it's game 1, but you do lose at home. The Knicks have won 12 straight postseason games. Jalen Brunson is just...
It's really good.
Is he like... And this is going to be weird, because here's a guy in New York that's just Mr. Consistent, delivers all the time. And people are going to go, you don't know the NBA, Travis, and you're going to... And I won't disagree with you. Is he a big name as he should be?
I see exactly what you're saying here, Travis, and I don't think anybody should fight you on this. I'd like to. When we do get Mitch on again, let's keep this, because asking about that to a Knicks fan would be a really good question. But dude, we're sitting in Iowa in the cheap seats in the NBA fan section, right? You and I don't even necessarily have a favorite NBA team. We're rooting for the Knicks because of Mitch and Hannah. So it'd be a better question for somebody. I completely agree with you. The guy's in the biggest market in the biggest city, playing for the Knicks, Mr. Consistent. It does seem like that to us, that when we're paying attention, Jalen Brunson is a constant performer. And the dude, just every part of it. It's not a quiet, remember when like Keegan Murray would end a game with 27. And we would go, God, I remember him scoring a couple buckets. How did he get 27? Because it wasn't flashy. It was just workmanlike. And not that I want to call Jalen Brunson fancy, but it's pretty fancy. I mean, it is one-on-one, shaking down a guy, stutter step, hop step, draw the contact. I guess in a way, Travis, so is he as popular as he should be? I don't think so. But that is our perspective in Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah.
As cheap seat NBA fans, that it does seem like, why isn't this guy a superstar?
I guess that you just hit the word that I probably should have said. Is he at superstar status?
No. This is weird how we get this in the NBA from time to time. Dude, is SGA a superstar? The guy's
No.
multiple-time MVP.
I don't think he's a superstar, but that's me.
How about Jason Tatum? I feel like he's a guy that falls into this Brunson category, where a couple years ago we were like, God, this guy's incredible. But I think a lot of people would know Jason Tatum as a basketball player. I think a lot of people would know Jalen Brunson as a basketball player. Would the common person, if you're at Jordan Creek Mall and you grab somebody and you go, hey, tell me what you know about Jalen Brunson.
Guy plays basketball, right?
Is that a basketball?
That would be telling me you don't. But what makes a superstar? Is it Caitlin Clark is a superstar? What makes a superstar? I mean, Kevin Durant is Doncic a superstar? I would say yes.
Yes.
LeBron James
Luka's
is
a
the
That's
superstar.
a great question. What makes a superstar? Wemby's a superstar already, right?
Yeah, because he was marketed. He had the marketing machine going in. Going into that draft, everybody was taught. It was how you were talked about, the expectations. You're a freak of a human being at 7'5" and do the things you do. It's not just his play. He was marketed that way before he even took the court, right? I mean, was SGA marketed that way before? Never.
No.
And neither was Jalen Brunson.
True. Or any of those. I mean, very few players. That's a great point, Trav. Very few players come in with that sort of build up underneath them. That's and that is a part of what helps you get to superstar status, is that everybody's paying attention from the get.
But there's also a marketing side to it too, right? When you get,
Absolutely.
I mean, Steph Curry is a superstar, and I don't think you can use the word superstar loosely. I think it's only reserved for a very few. Now, some people may think they're superstars, but they're really not. I think to be in superstar status, you have to be pretty elite.
I'd agree. What about like even Anthony Edwards? That's a guy who I think fits into
Not
this
a superstar.
Tatum Brunson conversation. Like, you can watch a game and go, oh, that guy's the best guy on the court. Is he a superstar? I mean, he's been in movies.
He's not a superstar.
He's not. And he's got all of the pieces.
I think there are people who've been on verge of superstar status, but aren't quite there yet. Or they were there and then they retracted. Would Giannis, the Greek freak, be one of those?
Yes. Good call.
Just the term superstar. It's only it's reserved for an elite few, and it's hard to get there.
God, and truthfully, you look at this Knicks team, I would say they've got 3 dudes that could fit into that category, maybe even 4. Wemby's a superstar, but when you look at the rest of that Spurs roster, I mean, Harrison Barnes, but other than Harrison Barnes, there's not a lot of names there that are common names to casual NBA fans.
Yeah.
When you look at the Knicks, you've got Jalen Brunson, who's in that category. Karl Anthony Towns was a dude that
I would say Karl Anthony Towns has a bigger name than Jalen Brunson. You come out of Kentucky.
That's fair. Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges. You've got 4 dudes right there that are like right in that teetering on it. Going to be a fun series. I'm glad they got game 1. Super happy that Mitch is going to be headed over for game 4. He and I had a nice conversation yesterday.
That is so awesome that he gets to do that.
I'm so happy that he's headed over there for that, man. That is so cool.
It'll be something he never ever forgets. But again, Mitch was supposed to, because if you read the rundown on the description, he was supposed to join us at 7. He's got a busy day with Hannah, so he won't be joining us. So we got our NBA talk out of the way right away. What?
You just said something that is interesting to me.
Yeah,
because you almost said that like the audience gets to see our rundown, because you're like, hey, if you saw the rundown, Travis, maybe every morning you should post the rundown.
No, what I do, Ross, is when I set up the YouTube show, I write a description of the show. So if you go in this morning, that's what that is. I mentioned who's going to be on the show and stuff like that.
Okay,
yeah,
all right,
I'm not gonna, don't add to the work. I mean, dude, I
just made a screenshot.
If you're not feeling right, don't ignore it. Treat it, but treat it your way. And go to Urology Center of Iowa, because it has a dedicated men's health wellness center designed to restore your confidence and your comfort and put you back in control. And ladies, if you're watching this and your man's not in control, if he's lost his confidence, you tell him to go to Urology Center of Iowa. At UCI, you're going to get a personalized treatment based on you and nobody else. You deserve a clear plan, a private, tailored experience that is judgment-free care. That's UCI. Schedule an appointment with UCI today at iowauro.com. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire, a front row tickets to every show millionaire, a hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
and these.
You can change your life for life. Play today.
Woohoo!
When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy, and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
My name's Gary Presnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank in Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat, Norm. Norm knows basketball, but he doesn't know mortgage. And that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert. Please call me. I would love to help you.
Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Did you know that over time, your engine builds up carbon deposits in the intakes and valves, which can lead to poor performance, fuel economy, and even bigger issues down the road? With summer on its way and road trips abound, the last thing you want is a major repair. For the month of May, Land Rover Des Moines is offering 15% off our fuel services to clean out that carbon and get your engine running smooth while keeping some extra cash in your pocket. Don't let a clogged engine ruin your family summer. To get scheduled, visit us online at LandRoverDesMoines.com.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Hi, it's Noel. If you're thinking about popping the question, start with a jeweler you can trust. At Fiscus Jewelers, we offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, featuring stunning engagement rings and rare and forever natural diamonds, pre-screened with advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together, and our CAD drawings are always free. And when it's time to say I do, don't forget the guys. We offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
I hope you stretched, hydrated, and prepared for more nonsense, because The Rush with Travis and Ross, presented by Willis Automotive, is back now.
Tomorrow on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive, it's the Iowa Lottery Weekly. Woo-hoo! Your chance to pick up a $90 prize pack from the Iowa Lottery. You don't want to miss this, folks. Get in on it early right now. We encourage you. We want you. We want to give you something. And you can only win if you tell us what made you go woohoo. Go to therushradio.com, click on the promo tab, see woohoo, send us your submission. You can call in tomorrow, too. We love the phone calls because we like to have that back and forth dialogue. But we're making it easy for you. Get off your ass. Go to therushradio.com and try to win $90 from the Iowa Lottery. It's that simple.
We should call it 90 for now. That's what it should be.
90 for now.
90 for now. It's $90 for now. It's a $90 price pack for now. And then when you scratch it off, it might be more.
Yes. It might be $95. Might be $110.
Might be $91.
It might be $5,090. You just never know. So there you go. I'm starting my morning with a Coke Zero from Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company. I've gotten it. You know, I didn't drink pop for the longest time.
I can't do that in the morning, man.
Oh, dude.
Get you going?
Oh, this is I didn't drink pop for almost 10 years. Coke Zero, no sugar, no calories, none of the bad stuff, and now I do like one a day. Little caffeine kick. It's good. We went to Buc-ee's. No, it wasn't Buc-ee's. Have you ever been to a Buc-ee's? You got to go to a Buc-ee's.
That's the giant gas station thing in the South.
Yeah. We're getting one here.
Are you really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
We're getting one here.
I've only heard about it, and I've seen the sweatshirts.
Oh yeah. I mean, the food is tremendous. The people watching is even better. But we went to a gas station in the South to get gas, and I was in the mood for a Coke Zero. It was sold out. There wasn't any Coke Zero in the cooler, and the fountain pop. It was all like, sorry, sold out. You get anything else, but the Coke Zero was gone.
I'm just learning this because when you said Buc-ee's, I almost said, yeah, I thought we were going to be getting one here in Central Iowa. You guys stole our Buc-ee's?
Sorry. You know why? We offered better tax incentives.
I'm sure it was something like that.
We gave a better land option. I don't know. But here's the deal. If Norwalk was on the list, you might be getting – you're just going to have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a difference because it's going to be just right outside. It's going to be by my office. But think about this. Okay. You've driven across the entire state of Nebraska and haven't seen anything. That Buc-ee's is going to be like an oasis, all right? It'd be like, oh, my God, finally.
I've never been to one, but I will tell you that Quick Star has convinced me that no market needs more disruption than the convenience store market.
I love Quick Star. Quick Star is awesome.
I do too.
Now
I've shared my opinions about Get and Go. It's a money laundering operation. There's no way it's a legitimate business. And I'll tell you, if I could short a stock right now, something's going on with Casey's, dude. They just aren't hitting it like they used to.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Mine are hit. Mine. I that's all I go to here because I don't have Quick Star here. So I'm a Casey's evangelist. I used to be a Come and Go, but then when they sold, it went downhill quick. So I started going to Casey's because they expanded here, and Casey's is awesome here. I don't have Quick Star. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Alan is right. The one that used to run rule the roost here in Des Moines,
QT,
which one was awesome but sucks now.
It's all about the experience you had. All you have to do is have a clean store, nice people working, and clean bathrooms. That's all you have to do, and have good offerings, right?
The take I have that is flies in the face of most Iowans is I don't like Casey's Pizza. Never been a fan.
And that's fair.
Taco pizza's good. The other pizzas I could do without. But that I've noticed that about Casey's lately, like just not hitting the same. Feels like what I felt with Quick Trip 15 years ago.
Is it the people working the counter or is it the cleanliness of the store?
Something I don't know what it is, Travis. It's a general feel. I can't put my finger on it. Yeah, it feels like things are out of date. Things are sitting on the shelf longer. The food's expiring.
When I went to the Buc-ee's, I think it was in Tennessee, I bet there was over 1,000 people in there. I mean, that's... Take the footprint of your Casey's or Quick Star and 20 times it.
20? That's why they were looking at Norwalk.
Yeah. You need
space.
You need massive space. You're talking anywhere between 80 to 120 pumps. I mean, it's like going to the mall. I like going to Buc-ee's better than I like going to the mall because it's kind of like going to the mall.
Tyler says yes, 20x. Wow. I've never been to one.
Yeah. Now, the problem is I build stuff up and you're going to walk in and go, it's a convenience store. It is.
Listen, dude, we have the world's biggest truck stop in Iowa. We understand. We get built up.
That's fair. That's fair.
World's biggest truck stop. What's it got? A Wendy's?
A museum. There's a museum there. It was featured on CBS Sunday Morning.
Wait, but the museum is like across the parking lot.
Yeah.
It's like a trucking museum, right?
Yes.
Isn't that right?
Now, because is that in Walcott? Is Walcott where that thing's at?
I don't know.
I didn't know. Are there lot lizards in Walcott?
Yeah, Walcott, Iowa. Good job, Iowa.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job out of you.
I just didn't know if the lot lizards hung out in Walcott.
I bet they do.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think the world's biggest truck stop is also, there's something about like the trafficking. You know what I mean? It's like a...
I-80 in general is... That's where...
I should save this for when Duax comes on. I tell you that.
I mean, the seedy side of sports is the human trafficking that takes place. The two biggest weekends in Nebraska for human trafficking, College World Series and Berkshire Hathaway weekend.
Wow.
I mean, in that I-80 corridor, it's seedy, man. It is really, really seedy.
Is this true? Tyler said the world's biggest truck stop has its own zip code. That's egregious. That's stupid. Because it's not even that big. Has its own zip. Is that true?
Do you know what's nice about Buc-ee's? No trucks allowed. They don't let the truckers go to Buc-ee's. Now, I'm the son of a trucker. I appreciate a good truck driver. But I also... I've seen truck stops that are like, ooh.
Trav,
yeah.
I didn't know what I just learned about the world's biggest truck stop. Apparently, we haven't seen the whole thing.
Is it like Kansas City where you have the underground warehouse?
I just Googled world's biggest truck stop zip code. And it says, it doesn't say that the world's biggest truck stop has its own zip code. It doesn't confirm that. I will totally go with Tyler on this because, in fact, it does. It uses its own zip code all to itself. Travis, it's 220 acres with parking for 900 semi-trucks. It's got the museum. Apparently, there are multiple restaurants, a dentist, and a movie theater.
I did know there was a dentist. And if there's a movie theater, there's got to be a chapel. There's got to be the chapel for the truckers who need Jesus. 515-517-2303.
My dude Reed grew up in Walcott.
See, he knew. You just learned something about Reed.
That's awesome. Reed is my brother from another mister or something.
You guys look like each other. Let's go to
I'd take that.
Let's go down to Dallas, Texas. Moose is on his way to work. What's up, Moose?
Reed's not happy you said that, but I'll take it.
Yep, you're right on that, Travis. So Buc-ee's, or Busey's as I like to call it. You're going to be disappointed if you're wanting to look for the Coke Zero fountain drinks.
Yeah, because they don't have
They
Coke.
only carry their own brand. They only carry their own branded sodas anymore. They're getting away from all the commercialized sodas. But you're right, the food's good. Buc-ee's used to be so much better, but they've become too big for their britches, and they're trying to gain every little dime and nickel out of you, and they're even stopping pickup trucks like I drive that happen to have a trailer on it, and they might be hauling cattle or hay or whatever. No, that's considered a commercial vehicle now, and you're not allowed to come on premise and gas up.
Wow, I didn't know that. So they're considering you a commercial vehicle. Oh, they're segregating cars and now pickup trucks. Segregation is taking place in the C-store environment. Interesting.
Now they'll allow a travel trailer, and they will allow RVs, but now if you're pulling a commercial trailer or a trailer for farm use, and they forget who built their organization up out of Texas. This is a Texas original company. Yeah. There's the farmers and whatnot around the state, not necessarily the Dallas area, because we actually don't even have a Buc-ee's in Dallas, but I only live 9 miles where I live out in the country from one. And it's just, I got into an argument with them about 2 weeks ago because I went and got a soda, and I took my Buc-ee's cup. I've got a nice insulated Buc-ee's cup in to get it refilled. It was $1.99 to refill it, but if I would have bought their own styrofoam cup and just poured that same amount into my Buc-ee's cup, it was $1.19. That doesn't make sense.
No, because you were saving the environment by not using a styrofoam cup. I will say this, Moose. I had a triple meat sandwich there the other day, brisket, pulled pork, and hot sausage, and it was one of the best sandwiches I've ever had.
I would completely agree with you. Now, you only paid $9.99 for that sandwich, but that's okay. It's a good sandwich.
Good stuff. Thanks, Moose. Drive safe, bud.
Moose. See you, bud.
Hey, thanks.
I'm becoming a huge Dan Finney fan because Dan.
I love Dan.
We're putting it on the same time. Dan, and by the way, you are welcome to call the show anytime, even if you think we're a fake internet show. Why can't convenience stores spell their names right? Buc-ee's, Quick Trip, Quick Star. And up in Wisconsin, they are actually Quick Trip.
Yeah, with the KWIK, but Trip, and then they couldn't use that because of the QT here in Iowa.
Yeah. And the late, great come and go. Yeah, because you needed a C there, not a K.
The come and go to me was over on the east side. We had a drive-through convenience store. You have one of those, Travis? Where
we used to. Well, now they're just smoke shops and vape shops, and we used to have the drive-through liquor store, but we never had a drive-through full C store.
There used to be the drive-through liquor store. To me, was always like, what? There's one of those on the east side, right by the fairgrounds, and it is.
Does it have like when you run over the hose, it rings the bell, ding, 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 ding? You know, like you pull up to a gas station.
I could tell you stories. I got a lot of stories about that place. The drive-through liquor store. But yeah, we had a drive-through convenience store, a come and go over on the east side. And it was, you never got out of your car. You pulled up, and it was a little tiny convenience store with a sliding glass door, and the sliding glass door would open up, and there was an employee. What do you want? And you'd literally order from your car. Go, can I get a 20-ounce Mountain Dew and a can of Skull Mint long cut? Yeah. Go walk around the store, gather your stuff, and bring it over to you.
When Brian is on at 7:30, I want to ask him if he could put a drive-through window anywhere at Central City, because they've got that nice new parking lot now. I didn't know if there was any place they could put a drive-through. He's like Beetlejuice. I said his name and he calls.
Uh-oh.
Dan, I got it.
Oh, Dan, what's up, Doc?
Yeah, Dan, what's up?
So Ross is talking about the old drive-through come and go. I think it was on East Euclid and Douglas, maybe.
You got it. Yeah, that weird little
Kind of
triangle intersection there. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, as usual, you're missing the big picture. On the east side, we have a drive-through liquor store.
Yeah.
It used to be called Last Chance Beverage Shop on East University, but I think it's now called First Stop Liquor Store, which I guess it all just depends on, which welfare check cycle you're on. I don't know, but I feel like I'm always confused by this, because a drive-through liquor store, and I know they have them in other places and whatnot, but like, aren't these two things fundamentally in conflict? Like, hey, I need 24 cans of splits, or whatever that thing is Hawkeye fans can't stop talking about, beer. But I'm just gonna run out and get them in the car real quick. I'm confused.
But what's the difference between have somebody bringing it to you, or you walk in and walk out with it and get in your car?
So much like they're encouraging drunk driving. I think that's what it is. It just always felt like.
I feel like if I go to the grocery store, whichever one sponsors you guys, that's the one I would have gone to. You go in there and you get other stuff, and then you put it in the trunk or in the back of the van or whatever. I think it's way different than when you go through drive-through, because the only other time you go through drive-through is to get like McDonald's, and you're already going to hit the Dr. Pepper and start pulling the fries out of the bag when you're doing this. Like, I feel like the drive-through liquor store is like, yeah, just go ahead and pop the top on that can of Thunderbird and
pop the top again. I get it.
And Dan, I did mention Last Stop or whatever it's. Yeah, I did mention that place that it's always been.
It's now the only reason I even know about it, because I'm not that much of a drinker, but I had, like, in college, I was freelancing for the Register at $25 a game story. And so I was going to games in the afternoon, but I needed like a daytime job. And I was working at this telemarketing company. And I'm not making this up. We were selling trash bags for some charity. It was the most degrading job I ever had. And I teach middle school. Because you would call these people, and if you're working a day shift, the only people you're going to get hold of is people who are like 85 to 112, and they can't hear you most of the time. They don't understand you, and they get confused. And the smart ones hang up, because that's what you do. I think you get to know this is before caller ID was ubiquitous, and so you get a hold of these people and be like, yeah, I have these really great trash bags that benefit maybe a charity. I don't know how, but would you like?
See why the job didn't work out.
Then you would make a sale, and like the scuzzy guy who ran it, he would give you $1 because you'd made a sale. They had dollars like on clothespins on a line. He'd pull one off and put it on your desk. And I made a sale, and I felt bad about it because like once you make a sale, like they immediately dispatched, some kind of courier with the trash bags to go collect the money. And I only made one sale, and they went there with the trash bags, and they didn't want them. They changed their mind, and the guy came over and took my $1 back.
That's why you needed to take American Express, Discover, MasterCard, or Visa over the phone and secure the deal. I never.
It was all before that though. Like it was all like nobody had debit cards or any of that stuff.
How old are you, Dan? I'm just curious.
I'm 51.
Okay, so I'm older than you. I did telemarketing. I sold like a Diners Club card. So, I would call up and say, but we were able to take the credit card over the phone at that point. We're like, hey, well, you're going to get $50 off every time you go to this restaurant if you use this card.
Right. But that works if you're calling at night and you have somebody who's under 112. When you're calling during the day, you reach a person who like still has money in their mattress from the Great Depression.
That's fair.
They stop to pick up every penny, and then they put it in a little envelope and label where they found it, and they have a checkbook. And so it was, back then you couldn't do ACH charges over the phone the way you can now. But what I really wanted to talk about was, Buc-ee's, which is fine. I mean, not really, but it's fine. We need to talk about the essence of gas station food or convenience store food. And I'll leave this for you, fine, upstanding intellectuals to debate. But which of the following 3 items? Now, I'm not talking about this gourmet crap that you get like at Casey's with the breakfast pizza. And that's not the gas station experience of my youth. There were 3 primary foods. There was the hot dogs on the rollers.
Yep.
Of various lengths and sizes. That was a choice.
And various degrees of doneness, Dan. You would have one hot dog that looked like it had been on there for 3 weeks, and one that looked like it was still raw.
Right. Then there was this is pre like Starbucksation of America. There was one kind of coffee, and it was in a bun automatic in the corner, probably made directly out of like leftover motor oil.
Now they grind the bean in front of you.
Yeah, I know. We're soft. There was the gas. You guys ever have the gas station fish sandwich?
Absolutely. One of my favorite jobs, besides was growing up, I did the overnight shift at Eddie's on 2020 West Broadway in Council Bluffs. I worked at a C-store, man. I did the overnight shift, man. I had every hot dog, every type of fish sandwich, everything.
Fish sandwich from a gas station?
You need a fish sandwich. That's a Greg Warren bit, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, fish is in there with the quotes. Like, we're not really sure. I mean, it's like the Mystery Meat Thursday and your school lunch. Like, I don't know. It's like imitation crab at like Chinese buffets. Like, you don't really know what it is.
Wait, you're telling me it's not real crab inside my crab rangoon?
If it's spelled with a K, no.
No.
Damn.
Speaking of fishing, by the way, Donnie reminds you can get a great deal to go fishing in Canada for $1,200. Donnie, thank you for the reminder. It's a great reminder for folks.
Oh, yeah. They might not let you back in if you go to Canada. You'll have the stench of foreigner on you.
Don't tempt me with a good time. They're going to keep me in Canada?
All right, Dan, we're going to let you go, bud. We appreciate the phone call. You call anytime.
All right, later.
Thanks. By the way, how many briskets do you think Buc-ee's goes through a day? One single
briskets?
Briskets.
Are you talking about one Buc-ee's?
Yes.
2.
70 to 90 whole briskets during an 8-hour shift.
What?
70 to 90 whole briskets during an 8-hour shift. Equates to thousands of pounds of meat daily.
One Buc-ee's sells 90 full briskets?
Yeah.
In an 8-hour shift?
That's what it says. Dude, when I was there was a line to get a brisket sandwich. I mean, you literally waited in line. And they sit there, they pull the briskets out, they cut it right there, they sauce it up, put it on the bun, put it in the foil, and you're out, and you grab and go.
Trav, that's a full brisket about every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like that seems possible.
I didn't.
A full
I'm with you.
Every 5 minutes. I mean, how many sandwiches can you get out of a full brisket?
Wait till you see Buc-ee's. I can't wait till ours opens over here. I'm going to bring you over and you're going to see this. You're going to see them just massively cut up a brisket every 5 minutes. They get one done, put another full one on the board.
You have to have a guy that for 8 hours sliced brisket.
Yeah. He's like at a carnival. People just sit around and watch the guy cutting brisket. It's a show.
Irish says I won't like Buc-ee's. Irish, can you elaborate on that?
And
What is
that, and Irish, I already tried to preface this. I've built it up. Ross is going to walk in and go, commercialism. There's a conspiracy. Ross will find a conspiracy that goes around Buc-ee's. What everybody else likes, Ross is guaranteed not to like it.
I'm sorry, I'm that way. I really am. I wish I weren't that way. I wish I weren't. I wish I could just have fun.
Yeah. There's one thing I know that Ross does like, and that's going fishing in Canada.
You want to see me in my happy place? You don't take me to Buc-ee's. You take me to Ballard's Black Island. That's what that is. That's how easy it is. You want to see me in my happy place? Put me on the deck out there on Rock Point. Let the Milky Way go over me. Let me be starstruck as a 48-year-old man. All those things have happened. Let me go out the next morning after a wonderful breakfast and catch a 40-inch northern or a 30-inch walleye, or hell, maybe you catch 5 different species of fish in one day and then come back and enjoy a cocktail while you're sitting on the dock, watching the lake go by, watching the world go by. It's an amazing experience. I want everybody to be able to participate in this. This is why when I go up there the last couple times, I've taken the show with me and we've gone live from the deck there at Rock Point. You can take advantage of all of this, guys. And they are offering this incredible experience at, I think, a once-in-a-lifetime price, too. $1,200 per person, as we were talking about earlier. If you call up there, they can give you more information about what dates are available and how you can take advantage of this. It's 218-634-1996. You can go to blackisland.com. When you go there, you can actually see some of the photos of what I'm talking about here. If you haven't seen the show when we've been live from up there, it's a breathtakingly beautiful place, my favorite place in the world, and I would love for you guys to take advantage of it. We've already had several listeners reach out to Danielle and book trips for this summer. That's very cool. Thank you guys so much for that. But I would encourage everybody, 4 nights, 3 days of fishing, a full package. Everything is taken care of. You bring your clothes and liquor, and that's it.
That's it. That's all you need. That's Ross's happy place. They want to know, are there any conspiracy theories about Black Island, though? Any conspiracy theories?
Well, there is a island up there.
I lost you.
You lost me.
I lost you. How does that happen? Happens at a good time.
I didn't
lose. It is
lose.
the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
Did you know that over time, your engine builds up carbon deposits in the intakes and valves, which can lead to poor performance, fuel economy, and even bigger issues down the road? With summer on its way and road trips around, the last thing you want is a major repair. For the month of May, Willis Volvo Cars is offering 15% off fuel services to clean out that carbon and get your engine running smooth while keeping some extra cash in your pocket. Don't let a clogged engine ruin your family's summer. Give us a call or schedule online at willisvolvocars.com.
The following advertisement is for people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or a new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Your house wasn't built for bats, birds, or raccoons, but try telling them that. At Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions, we've been helping Iowans take back their homes for over 20 years. We use cost-effective, eco-friendly methods to solve wildlife and pest problems the right way. Whether it's bats in your attic, birds in the vent, raccoons in your chimney, or moles in your yard, we have long-term solutions. Call Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions today at 515-218-3400, and let's make sure your home doesn't become their home.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, is back because apparently Travis and Ross have even more to say.
Welcome back to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Cadillac. Willis Cadillac has tons of CT5s in stock right now, making it a great time to stop in. If you're looking for a sporty new sedan, start your buying journey at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, and the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube this morning, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. And call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on social media. Ross, yesterday was, I'm going to call it a big circle jerk in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, it always is there. But anyway, what happened yesterday?
Well, yesterday was the hearing for the Protect College Sports Act. Now, if you watch the hearings with Marco Rubio or the Treasury Secretary, they're always combative. Everybody's yelling. Nobody can get a word in edgewise. You're there to ask questions, but nobody asks questions. They pontificate. Yesterday, with Nick Saban there and others, it was just like this, throwing softballs, not really challenging anybody, just want to listen to their opinions. They'd ask a question and these people would give given time to give thoughtful answers. And you've probably seen some of these sound bites. I went through the 2 hours and 40 minutes last night and found some different stuff that I thought was maybe a little bit more interesting, that had to do with the Protect College Sports Act stuff we've talked about. And one thing you've talked about extensively was that student athlete experience, right? Why are we calling them student athletes? Well, there was a couple of different takes on this yesterday. And it wasn't disagreement, but it was a different way to phrase it. First of all, and I've got like 5 or 6 different sound bites here, so we'll probably spend this half hour talking about this. This is the athletic director at Notre Dame on the Notre Dame experience and maybe how it's different from everybody else.
Our student athletes are just that. They are truly student athletes. They go to in-person classes on campus at Notre Dame. They're integrated with the student body. And when I talk to student athletes, regardless of the sport, whether it's football or rowing, softball, I always try to convey to them that even if you make it and play professionally, and there's such a small percentage of young men and women that can play professionally, but even if you make it, if you're one of those chosen few, you're still going to be done at a young age. And if you don't have that education, if you don't have that degree, you are going to have a very tough road ahead of you. Take advantage of this time on campus to get an education, to meet people outside of your team, outside of sports, build those connections, become part of the greater community of your university. Because it's those relationships, that education, that academic curriculum that's going to help you lead a better life from the moment your sports career is over for the rest of your life. Because sports ends for everybody.
In theory, what he's saying is correct.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
In theory, he is 100% correct.
Yes.
And do I believe him when he says Notre Dame still makes their kids go to? I have no reason not to believe him. Right. I know there's some college athletes that don't go to class, or they just do everything online now. I have no reason not to believe them that they say, hey, at Notre Dame, you still have to go to in-person class. You don't get to do it. I'm just going to take him at his word. In theory, he's 100% correct. Nick Saban kind of countered that a little bit yesterday and had a little bit of a different take. Here's Nick Saban. Because before you go off on what Bavacqua said.
You're good. I want to hear all these. I'll just take notes here.
So here's Nick Saban.
I think in the future, if we keep going in the direction that we're going and making these huge investments in football and basketball in terms of paying players, which is going up and up and up and up, that we should change the comment from student athlete to athlete that's a student, because we're going to have professional sports teams that are sponsored by colleges and universities. I mean, that's what's going to happen, because we're going to be paying the players so much. And I really think the only way to remedy this is, we have competitive conferences, we have competitive teams, we have competitors involved in trying to create an advantage for themselves in every way that we can. And in college athletics, we have no legislative branch of government that says, this is what the rules are. I'm the commissioner of the NFL, and this is what you're allowed to do. This is a salary cap. This is how we draft players. This is how we create parity. This is how we create revenue so that we can maintain a level of competition in all sports, Olympic sports and women's sports as well. We don't have that in college.
Yes, you do. It's called the NCAA.
Each individual conference has their own conference commissioner.
Yes. But if you want to look at it as a whole, Bavacqua said they were student athletes. He goes, we need to switch it and say, hey, they're athletes,
students
that are students. And there's a difference there. There is a difference there. Thoughts on?
Okay, ask your question, because I got thoughts on all of it.
I was going to say thoughts on what and we got more to hear, but that's kind of a similar themed thing when it comes to student athletes or athletes that are students. But when he said there's no legislative body, no, there's not one you like in the way you want. The NCAA did that for years until they started getting sued, and they didn't, and they were reactive and not proactive in dealing with the changing times.
Nailing it. All right, so let's start with Pete Bavacqua, the Notre Dame athletic director. Because you're right, Travis. Everything that he said there, in principle, is absolutely right. But I don't know if this is conspiracy theory or my debate brain or what happens, but this is one of those read between the lines, hear the part that's not said. If Pete Bavacqua is standing up and saying, hey, we make our kids go to class. What he's quietly admitting is we know other schools don't. We're different. We are Notre Dame. We still make our people do the things that you guys used to make your people do. That's what I hear when he goes out of his way to say, now wait, at Notre Dame, there's still student athletes. All those things that he said are true. There's a few things in there that I'm not a fan of. I talk about this. I didn't go to college. I never saddled myself with student debt. Now, has it affected my income earning potential over my lifetime? Probably. For a long time at the radio station, it affected my income earning potential. But I hate this idea of like, hey, you know how you get a community? You know how you build people around you? You pay a whole shit ton of money to me. And if you pay a whole shit ton of money to me, then you're going to have this magical life. That's not the way college works. And these guys have got to quit pitching college as that. They got to quit saying it's for everybody. Come on. It's not for everybody. And not everybody should jump into this mix. Saban drives me crazy, man. He drives me crazy. I don't like the guy. I don't like him. I think he's a cheater. I think he doesn't care about the rules. He's extremely selfish. He's looking out for his bottom line and his people, like most people are. Nick Saban's not alone in that. But he certainly, just because he was a good coach, we got to quit looking at this guy like he's some sort of massive authority over all of college sports. He was a failed professional coach. And then he came back to college and he rewrote the record book in college. But do you notice, Travis, can you play the Nick Saban one again? Because I want to point something out here.
Okay, it's a little long. It's 1:14. I can't.
Okay, so I'll just say it for you. When he was talking about what the problems were, did you notice what he said? What he said was, we're out of control by paying these athletes.
Earlier he said he goes, now I have, to be fair, he goes, I have no problem with making money. He goes, but the problem is there's no way. He goes, I want it to be legitimate, much like we've said. If they're legitimate marketing NIL deals, he goes, he's basically saying the system now, and I don't disagree with their premise that it's, they say, well, now I'm questioning it. We've said it's not sustainable. It's sustainable for football and basketball. I do agree that it's not sustainable. If you want Olympic sports, it's not going to be sustainable to keep those at a certain level of what you expect them to be at.
To Saban's point, not under the current system.
Yes.
But what Nick Saban never mentions in that is coaches' salaries. Man, we got to put some guardrails on these kids making money. Didn't you make $10 million a year to coach? Did anybody step in and go, whoa, this is getting out of control. This isn't a professional game. If you want to make money, Nick Saban, you got to go coach the Dolphins again. No, they paid him his money. He won them a bunch of games. They won national championships.
Now, at least he hit markers to say he was. Sometimes what we get to now, and we even get it in the pro ranks, you get a lot of money based on your potential. There are people who are rewarded for the work they do, but I think what we're seeing in the portal now is you're seeing money based on a hope, not actual KPIs to where you're measured by. But I'm not disagreeing with you.
I've been holding on to this comment because I think that this, Travis, I'm a sports fan. What I'm about to share with you is my take, is my overall take on all of this. And I do believe the majority of Americans feel this way. Donnie Rickles writes in, young people can't buy a home. Healthcare is a joke. We're locked into forever wars. I'll add some things. We can't drink our fucking water. We have cancer rates that are shooting through the roof here in the state of Iowa, while the rest of the world has cancer rates dropping. None of us can afford insurance the right way. Healthcare is insane. But yeah, let's get in there and do the Protect College Sports Act. Let's get Nick Saban's opinion on how we need to go back to make sure that Alabama wins all the national titles. That's what Nick Saban's trying to do. I'm telling you, I've been saying this since the minute that guy got in front of Congress 10 years ago. He's a liar.
You know what else it is, Ross? When I said it was a circle jerk, it's also kind of a hoodwink to everybody else. Say, look how Congress can get along. Look at us come together on this. You can't come together on other things because you're so tied to your ideology, whether you're going to be on this team or this team. But this, we can come together for bipartisan support.
I think that's a good point, Trav, that it's grandstanding.
It's 100% grandstanding.
And I do think that even the idea of them talking about college sports is pandering. They know that we love our college sports. And man, if some guy can stand up and go, hey, Cyclone fans, I saved you. I saved it all. My vote saved it all. There will be people that will go to the polling place and vote for them. Why are you voting for that guy? He saved my Cyclones. I wouldn't have my Hawkeyes if it weren't for Billy Smith. Put a sign in my yard.
Now, he mentioned there's no legislative body. Well, now you have the College Sports Commission. The ACC is signed on. The Big 12 is signed on. Has the SEC signed on? No. Has the Big 10 signed on? Has Notre Dame signed on? No. Bavacqua talked about the CSC and its role.
The College Sports Commission is doing as good a job as they can, but I think pushing money into that gray space of third-party collectives and NIL, that's, in my opinion, where most of the uncertainty and the abuse is. What I would love to see happen is establishing a realistic cap, and if universities chose to exceed the cap, tying in some form of subsidy on a certain percentage of the dollars, maybe it's 20 to 25 cents per dollar over the cap, that you have to reinvest in Olympic and women's sports. And I think that would create not only some certainty and some stability, but I think it would help preserve the future of Olympic and women's sports. I believe the cap is too low right now.
Yes.
And as much as I admire so many provisions of the bill, I think the de minimis amount of $600 is too low, unrealistic, and clogging the system.
The $600 he's referencing is that if you get a marketing deal for $600 or above, it's got to go through Deloitte, right? He's saying that's and I don't disagree with him. Let's use 1099 rules now. It used to be if you made $600, you'd get a 1099 from if you did freelance work, right? You and I know the 1099s well. The government's now moved that up to $2,000 for next year. So if you make $1,500 on the side, you don't need to claim that. That he's not wrong that that's clogging the system. But at least the CSC they're not even giving it a chance to succeed, right? The SEC and the Big Ten, by not signing on, are not giving it a chance. And the CSC has said, hey, tell us what changes you want. We can make it adaptations to whatever you want. So you could go, hey, we think the $600 is too low. Let's bring that up to like $5,000, right?
And the third party, and I don't know how I feel about that comment. I can't disagree with it, that you do have a lot more abuse when it's the third party groups and the NIL. You've got there's so much more room for, I don't even know what the right word is, corruption or for things to go wrong.
What'd you think of the luxury tax that he talked? And that's basically what it was, is that
a salary cap with a 25% luxury tax is what he's.
Hey, but all I hear is, well, we'll have a cap, but we can go above the cap if we go ahead and fund the other sports more. Yeah. Well, what if you stay at the cap? Or none of those other sports going to get money? Right? Is that the only? Are you going to tell yourself the only way we can fund Olympic or Olympic sports or women's sports is by going above the cap?
Overspend on the cap and then put your 25 cents towards diving team.
A cap to me is a cap.
Yeah, but man, none of them, it's like baseball salary cap. Like, yeah, well, after that, you just pay us a little bit of money. Just a fine. But in Pete Bavacqua's world.
By the way, I like Bavacqua. He's he comes off.
I like him. I'm not, but man, you got to remember, they're looking out for themselves.
100%.
He's going to push for things that are good for Notre Dame. That's his job. His job is to focus on what's good for Notre Dame, and those are my talking points. So there's this false premise built into all of this that Nick Saban and Pete Bavacqua are there to save college sports. No, they're not. They're there to advocate for their people. Pete Bavacqua was there to try to push for things that would be good for Notre Dame and good from his position as an athletic director. You know what we really should do? Bring all this money in-house. Wait, that's the way it was. And you guys fucked it all up. You guys got greedy and kept all the money and fought for decades against giving these kids any money. When it was all in-house with the NCAA, you guys screwed it up so bad that we ended up in the Supreme Court where a unanimous decision said that you guys were wrong and that you were an illegal collusion of competing entities. And not to say I told you so, but the DMAC dropout was saying that for 15 years. It's an illegal group.
Is Notre Dame the one to talk about this? Who's worked under an independent label for as long? They have their own television deal. Right. They don't even work under the college licensing agreement. They have their own licensing agreement. I mean, Notre Dame is as singular as anything. And they want their cake and eat it too. Well, basketball's not quite where we need it, so they'll be in the ACC and everything else, but don't touch my football.
And don't fuck with our NBC contract.
Yeah.
Scotty says it, and I apologize, Donnie. The F word is flying today. I don't know what's going on with me, but it is, and I apologize. I don't mean to do it. Scotty writes in, says, Nick Saban is nothing more than an Alabama lobbyist. Amen. Here's the thing, guys. Everybody that stands in front of Congress is doing the same thing. Everybody.
If Beth Getz was there, Beth Getz would have been in Iowa.
Good for Iowa. And she would go in with talking points that would say, hey, this is what's good for college football. This is what's good for college sports. When what she really would be saying is, man, this is what I need in Iowa City. This is what would help me. If we let Jamie Pollard get up there, I would be great.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Because Jamie would take it from a whole different perspective of, hey, I'm one of the little guys watching this thing from row 7. Let me tell you what would help me, because that stuff that would help Jamie Pollard would fly directly in the face of Pete Bavacqua and Nick Saban. He might agree with some of their talking points. He might agree with some of their more general things. But I think when you got down into the nitty gritty and the nuts and bolts of how all this stuff is happening, I know one thing that Jamie Pollard would agree with, and that is recreating this in some sort of professional model. He has said that to us. Like, man, we can't fix this because it was screwed up from the beginning. We're building on a bad premise. And the only way to do it right is to completely reset the entire system.
They needed Jamie Pollard there yesterday. It's fine to hear from Nick Saban. You did that because it's Nick Saban. Notre Dame is Notre Dame. You needed somebody that is a big school, and no disrespect to the Sun Belt or Conference USA, but you needed a Jamie Pollard who's in a major conference,
yes,
but at a financial disadvantage compared to what everybody else is.
Our buddy Dan wrote this in. Pollard's perspective would help more collegiate programs and would help far more athletes. Yes. Amen on that. Man, I had something fun from Dan the other day. Well, I got to go back here and look. It was cracking up.
He's just hoping he wins again today. I'm thinking Dan only watches on Thursday because he thinks he's going to win some more liquor.
I know what it was. Dude, Dan. I used to think Dan was a normal guy. I'm learning. He heard our conversation the other day about the reptiles.
And the emotional support animals?
The emotional support animals. And he sent me a picture of a lizard. And he says, one of my pets. I said, you sicko. Is that your emotional support lizard? He said, I thought I was going to be a herpetologist at one point in my life. Used to own snakes, frogs, lizards, etc. I enjoy exotic animals like a small zoo at home. And then he said, Rexy does entertain me. When I feed her, I'll send you a video of it later. And he did send me a video, and they're very cool.
Now, one thing I can agree with Nick Saban about yesterday, and again, it was 2.5 hours of just sitting there talking in a big circle jerk. But the topic of agents did come up, and we've talked about agents on here. They're predatory. There needs to be some checks and balances, and he did make a good point when it comes to the agents and college athletes.
So anybody on the street can do it. We don't have any regulation on how much they can charge.
Should their fees be capped?
No question. I think that, if you look at NFL, they're 3 to 5%. We have college players paying 20%.
Yeah.
We have agents that encourage players to get in a portal when it's really not in their best interest to get in a portal, only to try to stimulate more revenue for them, but really for themselves, with no guarantee that they're going to get them more revenue.
He's not wrong there, Ross.
Nope, can't push back on much of that. The regulations on the agents, I think, seems like that would be, because we've heard a lot of stories about the agent. I didn't know there was 20%. That's ridiculous. He's right about the thing, and we've talked about this. Like, an agent wants more.
100%. And that's what he's talking about. And you'll give bad advice to get in the portal thinking you're going to get more money, but what you're really doing, if you're taking 15, 20%, is getting yourself more money. And that's why the NFL and everybody else has regulations when it comes to agents that you have to be registered. 515-517-2303. When we come back, we're going to be hearing from Brian Duax. He's got not just a great special from Central City Liquors, but a great story from the soccer game last night. Incredible soccer game. But first, if you are in the market for a mortgage, Gary Presnall is the man to call when you are out to buy your next house. He's been a residential mortgage banker for Northwest Bank the past 25 years. Offers a variety of loans. You can get that loan pre-approved in 30 minutes or less. It can happen after hours during the week and even on the weekends. He's been the state of Iowa's top producing mortgage banker the past 8 years. Call him today at 515-975-6767. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you could change your life for life. Play today.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland, Service Manager here at Mini of Des Moines, and I have a question for you. Are you and your Mini ready for your summer motoring adventures? To help you have a little more fun on that trip, this month we're offering a 15% discount on all fuel services, as well as reduced pricing on all pre-planned maintenance packages. Please stop by so our factory-trained technicians can ensure your Mini will continue to keep a smile on your face for years to come. Please give us a call or visit us online at miniofdesmoines.com to set your appointment.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner at Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
Did you know that over time your engine builds up carbon deposits on its valves, which can lead to poor performance, fuel economy, and even bigger issues down the road? With summer on its way and road trips abound, the last thing you want is a major repair. For the month of May, Willis Chevy is offering 15% off our GDI fuel service to clean out that carbon and get your engine running smooth. Don't let poor maintenance keep your family on the side of the road this summer. Visit us online at willischevy.com to schedule your appointment today.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, returns now with fresh sports takes and at least one unnecessary rant.
Welcome back to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Sometimes
one unnecessary rant. Sorry.
The game, the key to feeling better comes with just being seen for what you need. Urology Center of Iowa has a dedicated men's health wellness center with services from low testosterone to managing the effects of aging. But more than that, UCI is the place to go when you want to be seen like a man, not a patient. You don't want someone else's treatment. You deserve yours. Schedule an appointment with UCI today at iowauro.com.
Before you bring him on, do you think Brian Duax has a normal voice when we bring him on this morning? Because yesterday I watched the game. For those that don't know, Ankeny Centennial, and we're going to have their head coach, Brian Duax, join us here in just a second. Ankeny Centennial pulled off an amazing comeback win in the state semifinals against Roosevelt last night. Travis, they were down 3-1 with about 5 minutes to play. Hey, Brian just said he can't hear me.
Really?
Yeah. What the f is going on here? This is crappy because this is the day I really wanted him to be able to hear me.
You can't hear Ross?
I can't hear Ross again.
Ross, go out and come back. Maybe shut your whole browser down. Maybe you can just do a restart.
Okay.
And see what that does.
All right, buddy.
All right. Your voice sounds pretty good today, though.
It's been a rough week, brother. It's been a rough week.
So I got a text from Ross last night, and there would be people who are listening right now who have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know you were playing yesterday. I get a picture from Ross. He's watching the soccer game. And take us through, and he's just giving me play-by-play. Have you ever, in all your years, have you seen something like what you witnessed yesterday?
No. It was insane. Was Roscoe there, or was he watching online?
He was watching online. So he was sitting at his chair. He was watching it online, and he was giving me play-by-play of what was going on. He's like, man, Duax's kid did this. Duax's kid did this. Oh my God! It went to overtime.
It was crazy. So we played Roosevelt in the semifinals last night. Bruno was in attendance. Our boy Brooksy Reynolds' cousin is the goalkeeper for Roosevelt. Old Brooksy calls him Lil Perm. So shout out to all of them. We played them. We go up 1-0, 10 minutes into the game, and then we just decided not to play. And for the next 70 minutes, we got our ass kicked. And we were down 3-1 with 6 minutes to go. And Tate scores, and we make it 3-2. And then we score 45 seconds later to make it 3-3. And then a minute into overtime, Tate gives an assist to Brock, his good buddy. And we win 4-3 in overtime. It was insane. So literally, we scored 3 goals in 6 minutes to win the game and come back from 3-1 down.
That never happens. I mean, my joke about soccer is I can't sit there for 90 minutes and watch 1 or 2 goals. The fact that you scored that many in 6 minutes is crazy.
Insane. It was insane.
Can you hear me now, Brian?
I can hear you, Roscoe. Welcome.
Dude, congratulations last night, buddy. That was that. I got to tell you, you put me in a weird situation last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because you're playing against Roosevelt in the state semifinals, and that is where my son goes to school. So it's a bunch of his buddies, and you know that the goalie for Roosevelt is Brooks Reynolds.
Yeah, Lil Perm.
Yeah, Lil Perm, and he had a great game last night. But man, that was such a fun game to watch, Brian. to see you guys come back and pull that off. And Courtney was the one we got done, and she goes, I wonder what Brian's voice will be like tomorrow. I said, I don't think he's much of a yeller, but
it's been a long week. Like, so we had the quarterfinals Monday. Monday, everything got delayed, so we didn't kick off until like 8:30. I got home at like midnight, was back here at 3 a.m. I mean, I'm burning it on both ends this week. It's well worth it, but I can't wait for Saturday.
Who do you play on Saturday?
Now I can't hear Travis.
Really?
Oh, what? What? He asked who you... What the hell is happening? That's got to be on Duax's end, right, Trav? Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out over time. He asked who you play on the finals.
So Waukee Northwest beat Urbandale last night 1-0. So it's a game for 1 versus 2. It was our first game of the year that we played Waukee Northwest. We played really well in that game and beat them 5-0. But that is not going to be how this game goes, I can assure you.
That's the very first game of the year was the only time you guys have played Waukee Northwest?
Correct. So it was our first game and their 4th.
Okay.
So,
right.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, and they haven't lost since. I think they've had 1 or 2 draws since, but they haven't lost since.
Travis, he was saying they play Waukee Northwest, who ended up beating Urbandale 1-0 last night.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I still can't hear you.
What the... We noticed Eli was telling me that there was a chance last night when Roosevelt's up 3-1 with 5 minutes to play, Brian, it looks like Roosevelt's going to win that game. And Eli was explaining to me, he's like, Dad, there's a chance that 2 Metro teams are going to win state titles because Hoover is playing in the 3A state finals. Nice.
Yep. Hoover beat DCG last night, and Hoover will play Norwalk tomorrow. And then Roosevelt, they definitely had us on the ropes for sure.
Man. Yeah.
It was crazy.
How proud are you? That was an insane last couple of minutes, man.
Insane. Tate was good. I don't think Tate was as good as he can be, but he was still good, still scored 2 goals and had an assist. But in my opinion, and I'm his dad, and I'm very hard on him, I think he was mediocre at best.
He had 2 goals and an assist in the state semifinals, and his dad says, you were okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you would have seen him Monday against Iowa City High, he was a monster. Like, I think in that game he ended up with 2 goals and 2 assists, and we won 4-0. Like, he was a monster. He can still impact the game even when he's not at his best, but come Friday, I'm going to need his best.
Do you go back, in football, watching the tape on Saturday morning or Sunday morning? Do you go back and watch the tape? Because, Brian, those last couple of minutes of the game, he looked like the kid that he was the monster. He was the LeBron James out there. You could tell he's on a different level than the rest of the kids.
Yeah, he has the potential to be absolutely special. Yes, he has the potential to be a dude, get paid to play soccer if he chooses to. But he can't pick and choose the moments when he's really good and when he's not. He has to consistently be the monster.
And watching the tape last night, you saw that for...
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because he was pedestrian. He was watching his teammates do a lot of the work for 70 out of the 80 minutes.
You got to ask him because everybody can hear it. If you're on the audio stream, you got it just fine. Ask him if he's going to Urology Center of Iowa because does he look jacked today?
Travis says you look jacked today. Brian, are you going to urology?
All right. Hold on. Oh, I got my pump in this morning. No, I did not. I woke up late this morning. I'm behind schedule. It's just running on pure adrenaline and energy drinks at the moment.
Well, dude, listen, everybody understands it because of the situation you were in last night. I can't imagine that adrenaline rush. It was cool to see, even on the we were watching it on YouTube on the Iowa High School Athletic Association site. And after the game was over, I could see you and your assistant coaches kind of walking out onto the field. I would say it looked like a look of relief on your face.
100%.
Okay. Yeah.
100%.
What were those last 5 minutes like, man? When you're down 3-1, are you starting to fold the chair a little bit?
Oh yeah, the butthole's puckering up real tight. But we changed formations. We're a staff I have myself, who's done it for 26 years. I have Darby as my assistant, who was the Urbandale head coach for 5 years. I have Dan, who was the Urbandale or the Ankeny girls coach for like 5 years. We're a pretty seasoned staff, and we made some adjustments to put Roosevelt under even more pressure, and it worked.
Wow.
So, I mean, once Tate scored the second goal, it was like, uh-oh, here comes the momentum. And then once we got the third, it was like, oh shit, we're gonna pull this off.
Dude, there is an old thing about this 3-1 lead. I remember
It's a 2-goal lead. It's the worst lead in soccer.
And I've heard that in hockey as well.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you're up by more than you are.
Yes. And then once the other team gets one, momentum has swung, and you better get your shit together. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and Tate scored that second goal and then grabbed the ball out of the back of net, races it back to midfield. My dad was like, "Why is he running it back?" I'm like, "Honey, the clock keeps running in soccer." And I also didn't realize in high school, Brian, that it's been a while since I've seen a high school soccer match. I've seen Menace games and I've seen a lot of professional games where the clock is just kind of for the fans.
Not in high school. Once that clock hits 0, it's done.
And the announcer actually counts down the last 10 seconds of each half. I when he started counting it down, I was like, "Oh, this is like legit." When it hits 0, they stop.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
To be honest, yes. I mean, the injury time, the stoppage time is very
subjective.
Yeah. Very much so. So, like, once the World Cup starts here in a week, you'll see stoppage time of 10, 11 minutes. Well, that's a lot of time.
And not know how much time is left, too.
Correct. To have no clue that, all right, here is the end point. Nope. The end point is when the ref decides, all right, we're done.
Yeah. All right. So I got some people in the chat that are asking some questions about the boys. Is Ty at Western Illinois?
Ty is at Western Illinois.
Okay.
Yep. And then playing for the Menace.
Okay, and then has Tate decided where he's headed? Sorry.
Yep. Tate is going to go to Northeastern out in Boston.
So okay, somebody put that. So maybe you've already told us that.
We move him out he has orientation July 26th. So him and Kristen are flying out July 25th, and then he has to report August 1st. So they're not coming back. So my wife and son get a luxurious vacation in Boston before he starts.
Worst places to go.
Yeah, that's true. Worst places to go is what Travis says.
Yeah.
Oh my God. With Tate, we took 6 recruiting visits, and we left Boston. It was the first one, and I looked at him and I go, that one's going to be hard to beat. And it was. It was.
And I've never heard of, and I'm like, there's kind of a shock here to me because I understand Tate to be fantastic. You've told us, and he's already playing for the Menace. He's on that squad. Yep. Is this a Division I soccer program?
Correct.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it'll be a great time, and me and my wife are already planning many vacations to Boston. So it'll be fun this fall. We'll have to divide and conquer a little bit.
Yeah.
But it'll be a blast. Yeah.
Any chance the boys play against each other?
Not as of right now. I doubt it.
All right.
I doubt it. Yeah. Notice how he said 90% of Tate's games are going to be out on the East Coast.
Okay.
Notice how he says we'll take many vacations to Boston.
Comments about travel budgets and Olympic sports.
Yeah. So Travis wants to know, you mentioned that you're going to take a lot of trips to Boston. Why not Western Illinois?
Why not Macomb, Illinois?
We'll do them both.
Right.
That's why we have to divide and conquer. Macomb, Illinois, Boston. They're both fantastic places.
Very similar. Lots of similarities.
Yeah.
They're both in the United States.
That's about where it ends.
Western Illinois, the Leathernecks, is that right?
Yep. Correct. Yep. Look at you.
Yeah. I have my dad's cousin is like the Western Illinois fan.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he lives in the area or something, but he's always wearing leatherneck gear. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
you're the one.
Like purple.
Yeah. All right, man. Should we do should we have our fun here? Dan Douglas is waiting to win another bottle.
Oh God, Dan Douglas. All right. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you is
I just lost Brian altogether. Went totally black.
He went totally black. That's weird. This has been a weird day. The Nick Saban's ghost is coming back to get us. Our criticism of Nick Saban is like, that's weird. He must know. I wonder if his phone went dead. I wonder if he forgot to charge his phone last night.
He's coming back in here. He's coming back in. I don't know what this is. Maybe he can hear you now.
I can hear both of you now.
So here's the next time this happens, we're going to kick you out and then you come back in.
Okay.
That's weird. That makes it a lot better now.
Yeah, it's much more fun when I get to talk to both of you.
Yeah.
So our boy who likes to win, old Danny Douglas, texted me the other day and was like, hey, not that I'm not coming back to Central City this week, but I could use a refill on some certain things. So apparently we're now taking recommendations from our listeners on what the special is going to be.
Really? Okay.
Why not?
When you win as much as him, you get to pick the prize.
Why not?
Exactly.
Why not? So we got 3 specials today.
Okay.
First one, 1,800 Reposado. This is a half gallon. So this is, again, a massive amounts of tequila. You can make a lot of palomas with this, a lot of margaritas with this. Regular price, $44.99. Sale price, $30.99.
Wow, for a gallon of tequila.
Hold on.
Rush Radio, $28.99.
Whoa.
$28.99 for a half gallon of tequila.
63 ounces of tequila. Yeah.
Good tequila, too.
Yeah.
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 1,800's good stuff.
Yeah. So we're going the Reposado and the Blanco. So if you want your margaritas and or your palomas, you can get both. They're both the same price, $28.99. We just got a stack of them in yesterday.
There you go, folks. Tequila. Half gallon, $28.99.
Tequila is the new thing, like 21 to 30-year-olds, because it's the most pure alcohol.
Why'd you say it with the air quotes? Wait a minute.
Because let's be honest, the next generation thinks that they won't get hungover. I'm here to tell you, you drink enough of this, you're going to get hungover. You drink enough of this, you're going to get hungover. It doesn't matter how pure it is.
What do you have in your hand?
This is a Screwball peanut butter whiskey little mini can.
Jesus.
It's not on sale. It's not on special, but it just happened to be right there.
I was able to grab it. Yeah.
Okay. The other thing we're going with this week, and this is the Danny Douglas special. Any and all THC drinks, $1 off regular price. Rush Radio listeners.
Any THC drinks, $1 off regular price.
Yep.
Okay.
Which, again, I think I've said this every time I bring the THC drinks up. We are smashing everybody in terms of price already. Like this one, I think is this one. This one's like $18. Go to Hy-Vee or Fairway. I actually can't get it at Hy-Vee. Go to Fairway or somewhere like that. It's probably $27. So we're already kicking the brakes off them. We're going to give you an extra $1 off.
There you go. Reverend Ray's all excited now. Reverend, you're going to see the Rev. He's going to be your loiterer from the commercial. The Rev's going to be coming in. You'll see the Uber pull up, and then the Rev will buy the THC.
Won't be the first time old man Duax has to threaten to kick Rev out of the store.
I was going to say, let's just hope the boss isn't here to look at Rev and be like, Rev, what the fuck?
Love it. You kind of surprised me there with a couple things. That Dan would ask for the THC drinks. That's kind of cool. Good for him. I wouldn't have expected that.
Man, maybe he didn't want me to say it. Sorry, Dan, if you didn't.
Sorry, Dan. You win that much, you're now a public figure. You don't have the anonymity of a private citizen. Boy, look at all those in there today.
It's a good pile, and because it's a good pile, we're pulling 3.
Whoa!
And we're staying with the THC drinks again. Brand new one that just came out. You're getting a free Giggly 4-pack.
Giggly.
I haven't had them. Don't know. The Todd father has a note on it saying free for Rush Radio listeners. There's the Todd father's note.
Love it.
That's how we roll here. So we're rolling with 3 today.
Look at all those in there.
It's a good pile this week. I like it a lot. Andy, I don't know if that's an R or a K. Cursis? Or a
Andy
B?
Cursis.
Yep. There's one winner.
Okay. Andy K.
Erwin Martin. Between Deb, Erwin, and Dan, they are like...
Every week, one of them wins.
It's unbelievable.
Erwin, good job, buddy. Congratulations.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to have to call this guy. Rafe, maybe?
Rafe LaFrance just won?
I can't tell what the handwriting is awful. You tell me.
What's it? Hold it up there. That looks like Kyle.
Okay,
No,
let's go Kyle.
No, that's a
Kane?
Is
I
it
don't know.
a K or an R? Is it Ralph?
I don't know. I'm
Ooh.
going to call/text him here in the next 15 minutes to tell him he won and figure out his name.
Because he
I don't
didn't put a
know.
last name, did he? He just put his first
He
name.
didn't. He didn't.
Somebody-
And I didn't want to show you the phone number just in case he didn't. want
Driftless is saying, could it be Kayla?
A lot of people
But
are
it-
saying Kayla.
Okay. It could be Kayla.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to find out here in a few
Congratulations,
minutes. We'll text him and call him and figure it out.
Hi, is this Kayla? No, it's Rafe.
Okay, great. Rafe, you are the winner of Central City.
Hey, can you give me? Hello?
Yeah, 7:45 in the morning.
Yeah, you just won some THC giggly. Is that like flavored? What's the flavor of the giggly?
Let's take a look here. So you got blueberry lemonade, pineapple mojito, blood orange margarita, and raspberry ginger mule. Ooh.
See, that's like with a.
But there's no alcohol in them, or is it alcohol and THC?
No, it's just THC.
Can they do alcohol and THC in one drink?
No. I don't believe so. Uppers and downers in the same drink? No, that's probably not good.
What do you call Red Bull vodka?
Well, an upper and a downer. You're right.
I got bad news, dude. People have been mixing weed and alcohol for a while.
A long time. You're right. You're right. Absolutely.
They want to know what's the percentage of THC in the giggly.
So because it's Iowa,
Yep.
can't have more than 4 per round or per serving. So it's
Yep.
4.
4 milligrams of THC per.
So, what's the high? Do you know what other states have the highest?
Well, before we changed our law, I had a can here that I was selling for like $20. It was one can, and it was called grape soda. And it was 50 milligrams of THC per 12-ounce can. That would have me effed up for a week.
Did you say 15 or 50?
50. 50.
50 is what he said.
So I don't know how the laws are in Nebraska there, Trav, but they come out with some high potent stuff. There's no question about it.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you heard us earlier because before we let you go.
Yeah.
And could you do a drive-through there, or would you want to do a drive-through there?
I would absolutely love to do a drive-through here, but Des Moines will not allow it. So the only ones that can have it are grandfathered in. Last stop, first stop, lickety liquors over on the east side. City of Des Moines. I have begged the city many times to let me do it, but they won't.
I guess you could put one on the north side of the building there, couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. I could eliminate that door and make it a drive-through in 2 seconds. But the city won't let me.
That's crazy. You get grandfathered in, and some of the.
Do they say why?
They don't.
Because, I mean, every vape shop is a drive-through anymore, isn't it?
Everything is a drive-through now. I mean, that's why we're trying to transition into doing more home deliveries and more deliveries to make life easier for everybody, plus get more customers. But they won't let me put a drive-through in. I would love to. Like, if you go up to Ankeny, there's Liquor Lovers just opened a couple years ago, and they have a drive-through. And I don't know if anybody ever goes in the store, but they're killing it with the drive-through. And I would love to have a drive-through.
And that's just because they're in Ankeny.
Correct. They're not in Des Moines. Des
Yeah.
Moines.
So
Des
the next
Moines
question
is always a little more difficult.
How come you don't move to Ankeny, Brian?
Rent is why I don't.
I own the building.
Yeah, rent. And my cowbell here rings all day long. I don't know if it would in Ankeny or Waukee or wherever.
Yeah, your clientele would change a lot if you were in Jordan Creek.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hey, good specials today. Get the tequila half gallons for the 1800s for $28.99.
Yes, sir.
Get any THC drink $1 off. And that was it, right? The two tequilas. Okay.
And then
when
remind us of the state
today
finals.
through Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Today through Sunday, but remind us of the state finals when.
So state finals as of right now, because I just got an email from my AD that weather's coming, so they may move it. But as of right now, Friday, 2:30 at MediaCom Stadium is the 4A final.
2:30?
Yeah. What the state association's doing, I have no idea. So they're having 3A play at noon, 4A play at 2:30, 2A play at 5, and then the 1A, which is like West Sioux Falls and like somebody from Davenport possibly, at 7:30. So the teams who have to drive home 3+ hours are the late game and are going to get home at 2 in the morning.
And the game that most people would want to attend, the with the highest population bases,
Well,
is
think
gonna
about
happen in the middle of the workday.
Yeah, 3A and 2A, you have 4 local teams. Like, you are going to pack MediaCom Stadium if you put that at 5 and 7:30.
Yes.
But instead, you put it at noon and 2:30. Like, don't get me started on the high school.
So do you know the
association.
contingency plan, Brian? If there is weather and you guys can't play tomorrow at 2:30, is it just get bumped to Saturday, or is it?
They're telling me we're going to play at noon tomorrow. If weather does come, they're bumping it up earlier. So I haven't looked at the weather. I know it's supposed to be kind of nasty tonight, and then I guess we're going to have a break, and then it's supposed to be nasty Friday night. So they're talking about moving everything up earlier, which, in my opinion, is asinine, which means the 3A final would be like 9:30 or 10 in the morning.
Jeez. All right, buddy, we got to let you go. Good stuff.
Wonderful,
Go win
Brian.
state. We'll
Yeah,
talk to you
good
next
luck,
week,
buddy.
Brian.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Go get them.
Hey, before we get out of here, I want to tell you about Shields Grill Fest coming up on Saturday, June 13th, 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the front parking lot of the West Des Moines Shields. It's free to attend. Great event for anyone who loves grilling, smoking, barbecue, backyard cooking, or just eating great food. And if you bring a non-perishable food item, you're going to get a free sauce or seasoning. That easy. All right, Ross, have a great day.
See you, buddy.
All right, everybody, we'll be back tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Going to look at $1 million home today. So
That-a-boy. That-a-boy.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Summer's gonna sizzle at Shields. It's Shields' 3rd annual Grill Fest, June 13th in our front parking lot. Check out national and local vendors and shop the best brands in the business, including Yoder, Traeger, Blackstone, Rectech, and lots more. Get great tips from the top vendors and Shields experts and munch on free samples. Donate a non-perishable item to the Food Bank of Iowa at our event and receive a free bottle of seasoning or sauce at Shields' 3rd annual Grill Fest, June 13th from 11 to 4 in our front parking lot at Shields in West Des Moines.
The best bread is made from scratch, freshly baked with locally sourced ingredients and love. At Big Sky Bread, we take great pride in our delicious products. We know you'll enjoy them almost as much as we enjoy baking them. Try our newly rebranded granola. Specially handmade, our amazing granola makes for a delightful treat. You can order online, purchase at local grocery retailers, or find us at the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market every Saturday. We look forward to serving you.
This is Josh Romick, Service Manager at Willis Lexus. Over time, carbon and deposits build up in your fuel system, clogging injectors and reducing performance. A fuel system service cleans out all that buildup. That's why we're offering our summer travel special with 15% discount on all fuel system services. If you want your vehicle to drive like it did when it was new and prevent problems before they start, a fuel system service is a preventative step. Give us a call to schedule or visit us online at willislexus.com.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Coming up now, Travis, Ross, and at least one opinion that will get somebody mad online.